So you finally decided what you're going to cook for dinner tonight. Now you got to figure out what you're going to make with it. Well, I'm here to help you. Today we're going to be making a very simple but delicious skillet, zucchini, and mushrooms. It's going to be amazing. Today we're going to be using button mushrooms, little white cap button mushrooms. These are pretty big in size. Normally I would leave them whole, but since these are so big, I'm probably just going to cut them in half, like just half. Because you know, they shrink down in size anyway, so you want to make sure that you get a nice bite with them. If you want to quarter them, if they're this big, then you go right ahead. But for us, I think halves will be just fine. You're going to need a small onion. I'm just going to chop very small. Then in another bowl, I'm going to go ahead and chop up my zucchini. And I'm going to do this in half moon shapes as well. I don't want it real thin because I want to have a bite to it, because you know this stuff, it cooks up so quickly. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of butter to the pan there. If you wanted to use all olive oil, you could certainly do that. But the butter is going to add a nice, well, buttery flavor to your veggies. We're going to also add a little bit of olive oil, a couple tablespoons of olive oil. Give that a little mix around. And then you can go ahead and add your onions and your mushrooms right in there. Now some of the mushrooms I did end up quartering because they were so big. And then to this, I'm going to add a good heaping spoon of minced garlic. Now I normally like to use fresh garlic. This is some fresh pepper. But I have this on hand. I'm not really sure why, but we're using it today. And a little bit of salt. You don't want a whole lot of salt because we're going to add just a little bit of chicken stock at the end. I'll go ahead and give those a stir. I've got that up on about medium, slightly over medium. Oh my goodness, it smells so good already. And you're just going to saute these up probably for about, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes until they start getting a nice, developing a nice color to them and starting to soften up just a little bit. And then we're going to add our zucchini in. These are looking absolutely phenomenal, and they smell phenomenal. And they literally take just a few minutes to cook. If you're anything like me, you know, I do not like my veggies like overcooked at all. I like to have a little bite in them. I had 2 zucchini. I did end up slicing the other one as well. Just so we'll have about the same amount of each. I'm going to toss that in and give it a stir. Well, did I not cut that one all the way through? There we go. Turn that back up just a little bit. I'm going to add just a pinch more of salt and pepper. Just so we can get our zucchini, you know, nice and seasoned. I think we have enough garlic in there. And you know what's great about this recipe? You could also change this up if you wanted some to use. If you're not a zucchini fan, if you like yellow squash, you could certainly you know, use that instead. If you wanted to, you could also do both. So we're just going to let this cook for just a few more minutes, just until our zucchini gets nice and soft. Now you're going to go ahead and add your 1/4 cup of either chicken stock or the bouillon. And you're going to let this go for about another 2 minutes. I'm going to add just a pinch of rosemary. Rosemary is just so good on sauteed veggies. We're going to turn this up just a little bit. right into one of your most prettiest dishes. Look at that. Look at that. Go right over top, just a little bit of freshly grated Parmesan cheese. Just a little bit, just a little hint. Just enough to add another little layer of flavor. Yummy. And some parsley. Now, if you have fresh parsley, I don't. I just have the flakes. You go ahead and use it. Look how amazing that looks. Now, you could do one of two things. You could call everybody for dinner. Or you could just not let anybody know that you made this. Mmm. Let me tell you something. I love vegetables. But you know what I also love? And tell me if you're like this too. Anybody else think that after dinner they have to have something sweet? That's me. That's your girl. It's like, oh, I gotta have something sweet now. I know how to eat right, but I also know how to eat wrong too. Summer's coming. You're going to be cooking out on the grill. This is going to be a perfect side dish to go with anything you put on the grill. Chicken, fish, steak, chops, ribs. One more bite before we say goodbye. That is perfection. I hope you like this recipe, and I'm hoping that you're going to give it a try very soon. You know I love you guys so very much. I appreciate you, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.